Freeloaders. I'm MikePapaFoxtrot.
And I'm 3T.
Freeloaders is a regular look at what is or has been free to download from the PlayStation Network. We download the games and give them a play and see if they're worth the download, bandwidth and time.
This time we're looking at The Witness, a puzzle game released in January 2016. The game involves the exploration of an open-world island filled with natural and man-made structures. The player progresses by solving puzzles based on interactions with grids presented on panels around the island or paths hidden within the environment. And these are our first impressions. Bit of a different one by the look. Straight away, even just starting the game, we both just remarked that there's not really a title screen. We seem to be straight into it. I'm looking down a tunnel. I know you are as well. And there
seems to be a door at the end.
Yeah,
that's the thing. It's telling me to now. Do you know anything about this game at all?
Nothing at all. I briefly looked at the some of the screenshots when I was downloading before I downloaded it, just in the store. But I've never even heard of it because our other option, of course, this month was a game that we are far too familiar with, Modern Warfare Remastered, and that would have been quite a bit of an easy one to have done, I think, and wouldn't have told us anything new.
No, it wouldn't have told us anything new. I mean, who knows? It might have been more fun. It might not. It might be more fun at all. I do know a little bit about this game, or at least I just cursorily, when I was looking at the screenshots in the store when I downloaded it, I went, I think I've seen someone play this game.
Right.
So I seem to remember you wandering around sort of an island trying to sort of solve puzzles, which is what the blurb says. But I seem to remember it being quite difficult, so this could be fun. So how about we follow the left analog stick prompt and wander down to what looks like a door at the end?
Okay.
I'm now moving.
I started walking. I had a little look around while we were talking there, but... Yes.
I have in fact flipped my y-axis. I was so happy to find that. So happy to find a menu.
Okay, instantly
it's
given
now
a
telling
puzzle.
me to push X. I'm guessing I have to put that there like that.
You have to draw the line.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, do I?
So that's just taught us instantly, without any overblown sort of instruction, how this game works, I'm guessing, because now you've got another shape on the next door.
Yeah, so now it's not. Now there's no prompt, so now you have to click and deal with it.
Oh. It's actually very pretty. It's got a cell shaded look, I would say.
Yeah, that's the sort of the thing I remember a little bit. I mean, the nearest sort of thing. It reminds me a lot of Rhyme and that horrible sort of ninja sword game that we didn't like. I've got a puzzle
Absolver.
right in front of me. Oh, I've basically purged it from my mind. I've got a puzzle. I got a puzzle in front of me, directly in front of the door. So I came out of the door and walked straight forward. I can't see anything else, so I'm guessing that's the way we go. It seems to be like those little magazine things where you have to basically follow the maze, which is quite nice.
And then it's going to light up a cable, which will lead you to the next one.
Now this reminds me of something, and I can't remember what. I'm trying to remember what game lights up. What did that remind me? This is reminding me of something, and I don't know what. I hate when I have that moment of what is it? Now this is of course slightly embarrassing if we go wrong and make mistakes, because we can be seen.
No,
lit up another cable.
Yeah, I'm quite interested in what I'm doing. I'm
Oh my god, this has got harder and harder, hasn't it?
Yeah.
This has suddenly got harder. So I reckon it's that way. Yeah, and that way, and then that way, and then that way, and then that way, and then up there, and
That's
there.
not going to work.
Done.
I'm going to have to disengage and find two more that will power this third one up. Okay. I'm instinctively pressing the left stick to try and run, but this is not a run type game.
There's another puzzle that it needs. It needs something else.
We're being
What's
taught
over here?
quite a lot
Oh, no,
here,
I've
just by instinct.
Yeah, interesting. There's a cable. I guess you follow the cables. So I've lit
Yeah,
up
you've got
two
to
of
follow
the
the
three.
dark cables now. If you're at the last one that's got a couple of blocked
Yeah,
areas.
I've already walked to the gate, and now I'm just following the center cable, just seeing where that goes. Oh, but it goes over a wall. But maybe if I go in that door that was here, that might take me to it. This is it? Or, hang on, have I gone back on myself? Yes, I have. I'm going back where I was. Yeah, the run is instinctive, isn't it?
It is. It's very interesting. I think I've done that puzzle wrong. I wonder if you can do it again. No.
Oh, I found one. That's nice.
I don't think there's another way. All right, I'm going to go and look for the next cable.
How the hell do you do that one?
Are there two big black rectangles blocking the way?
Hang on, I'm concentrating.
Right. Okay.
I'm really concentrating.
That's all right. I did read, that was the other thing, the sort of, I've got a shadow, that I saw that the suggestion was this is more fun to play, even though it's a one-player game, it's more fun to play with friends because you can talk and, discuss the puzzles and try and work out what you should be doing.
I did think about trying. I can't do that one. I have no idea how to do that. I cannot find a way through from both sides. That makes no sense whatsoever. Okay.
Some of them
right. That's fine.
do have much more complex ways through. You'll notice when you watch this back, you'll notice I'm tracing with the cursor before I commit sometimes. Okay, so I need to find another one for this.
There's where it goes. It goes over there. Oh yeah, I'm just doing it. Oh, and this one's.
I can imagine this being quite a short first part because, for a start, we don't want to give away too many of the initial puzzles. So we'll see how far we get just to sort of discuss it. I mean, first impressions. What do you think so far? Just initially straight out the gate.
Well, with these 2 second puzzles, it's a bit like playing Sudoku, and I don't like Sudoku, but yeah, it's intuitive. I like that. This is. I don't quite know how to do the puzzles though. This is these are simple puzzles, and I can't see how to do them. That might become frustrating unless there's a legend or something somewhere that actually walks us through it. But yeah. Quite like it. If it's like a game like this that you just pick up and play, then yeah, I mean that's fair enough. But I am currently stuck, to be honest with you three. And
I'm a bit stuck too. I'm looking. I mean, it'll be interesting, as I say, when you watch this back, watching us side by side and how we deal with things will be quite interesting. But I've done all the puzzles I think I can do, but I'm still with one power cable not lit up.
Okay. Did you do the one when you leave the gate? Did you do the one on the left or the right?
So as I came through the dark tunnel, I went straight ahead, and then I went left.
Yeah,
and did that.
I've done all the I've done all those ones. Yeah, I've lit up one of the sections of the gate.
And then
so
I went
I'm now
into
standing back at the gate,
like tower, and then I came back out.
Yeah,
and I went over to the one that has got the masks things on it. I'm following through as I go. So then I followed as I looked at the puzzle that had the masked off bits. I went for the one that was on my left as I look at the puzzle. So they split off. So by turning around and looking back at the direction I came, I actually turned right. And I went through, I followed it through a window, went back over to the right, and I see it come down through another window, went into a little courtyardy area, and in another little dark tower.
And you managed to do that one.
I've lit up from the big circle to the end, and the light, instead of going back the way I wanted it to go, it went a different way, so it's gone up through a high window. So, because the end point of the puzzle is where the cable... Okay, so there's no way that I can see to get that to the other cable.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I mean? Are you looking in the same puzzle I was just described, or have I completely confused
I've looked
you?
at I've looked at both of them, and I can't see how to do either of them. If I'm honest,
It feels like I need to light up the bottom right cable. I'm circling it, even though I know you can't see my screen. But the bottom right cable that's coming out, because there's an end point that links to it. So I've lit up this will make much more sense when you watch this video back. I've lit up the top right one.
Well,
found
hopefully
the top
it's making
exit.
sense to the viewers. I mean,
it's
got to make more sense to them than anyone else.
So I can't see a path because everything's blocked. So
yeah, I can't see a path in either of those. I have no idea how you've managed to.
There is a path.
There is
a path. I'm stupid. Okay, so
all right.
Here we go.
Which one are we looking at? Are we looking at the one in the tower?
I'm in the sort of tower at the. If you head back to the door you came out of and go right as you're walking that way.
Yeah.
Okay, and you go
past the little pond with no water in it.
There's like if you found where there's like a bed with some pillows on it. There's a little courtyard with like a bed in it or a sofa.
Oh, well, that would be left.
Well, follow the dark cable that is connected to the bottom black rectangle of.
Are we talking about the courtyard with a sort of a dirty brown sofa on it?
Yeah, it's got like a sofa in it. So if you follow that
actually, initially I thought it looked like somebody died on it, but I realise now it's actually the sun shining on it. Right?
So
okay, I'm in there.
You should see a puzzle with two cables coming out of it on the right. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
one goes up through a window.
Yeah, I'd managed to light up the one that went up through the window, but I've only just seen that there actually is a path to the bottom one as well. So start at the bottom left. I'll talk you through the direction I've gone.
All right, yeah.
So you go up and take the second right.
Up and second right, yeah.
Yeah. So now you're heading east, and you want to go the first north.
Yeah.
Second east.
Yeah.
And then south, because that's the only option you've got. Yeah.
Oh,
east.
Stupid has just seen it. No, I've just seen it. Done.
North, east. Second north.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's fine. And then you get the bottom one, and it's the bottom one you want to light up. But I only saw the top right because I am stupid as well. So now I should.
Well, no, because I don't know how to light the bottom one up. How do you light the bottom one up then?
Oh, there is a. Okay, I'll go back and I'll talk you through it. So you can see how the top was.
Hang on. Oh, I can see it. I've just.
Yeah.
I think. Hang on.
Go to get to the top one, but then just double back and find your way down.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Okay, this is very interesting.
Has this puzzle just changed on me? Oh no. Oh my God, this is hard work. Right. Okay. Now I see. No. Yes. Am I? Yes. Oh yeah, I get it. Okay. Right.
That was a lovely moment for me because generally puzzles are things that you crack much quicker than I do.
No, I'm not that. But I've still got a third one. I've still got the third one in the little tower. I've got to go and solve now. So
I've unlocked a run function. Fantastic! It's letting me run. I'm happy.
Okay, I'm still stuck in here, so I've got to work this out now.
That was the hardest one. That one in the dirty brown sofa courtyard was the hardest one.
Really? Because I think this one's hard.
Well, I think that was hard, but okay. What the hell is this? Got another different puzzle type now.
Done it. Right. For some reason, those little blocks that block are very. They really threw me off. So. I don't know what it was, but I'm guessing all I do with this one is I just zigzag to the bottom. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, the one that's got like the laser grid.
Yeah, I'm through the gate.
And now you'll have an L2 run option.
Nice.
But I've got no clue what any of these puzzles mean now.
Run. It won't let me. Oh, there's one over here.
So something is trying to teach me what these black hexagons mean. And I've got no idea yet.
Well, I may have missed a puzzle.
I'm going to go back.
Because I was too busy. I was too busy running. Too busy enjoying running to...
Right, so I'm going to just look for any screens that pop up. What's this? That's a window.
Right, so let's start again. Right.
Do you know, the cruelest thing this game could do now is have like a monster appear and just chase me down. That would piss me off.
Oh, that would be... To be honest, that would be great. And then...
Solve the puzzle!
So I found a sort of a grey sort of door that's got a puzzle sort of on it.
Yeah, has it got little black sort of hexagons in it and things?
Yeah, it has. But I also just saw something. Something. If I continue down, I've seen something which has like a legend on it.
Oh, where's that?
I don't know. It's if you go straight, sort of. If you keep following the road, and there's a gazebo with a TV thing on it.
Yeah, like there's a green TV, but I tried that one and I don't know what the black hexagons mean. I need a tutorial puzzle to show me what the black hexagons mean.
That's the thing. I think I'm trying to work out what that would be.
If I try this blue one, what does that do? Right, that's going to give me some clues, I think.
You reckon?
So you see the panel with the blue...
Yeah, there's like a blue one and a green one, and
Go to the blue one, because this is going to teach us something about black and white, I think. Now they're flashing red.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean? Let's go back to the gazebo, not the gazebo. Let's go back to the grey door.
I don't know what that actually taught me, to be honest with you.
No, I'm not really getting it.
I don't
what if I could
think
start
this...
in the middle. Okay, so can I do it without? No, that's still black. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do.
I wonder if you've got to do all of the hexagons.
Oh, what? Join them all up?
Yeah, is that possible?
Oh, okay. I like that. I'm just enjoying the freedom of running. Trudging through it so quickly, so slowly, sorry. So, right, so black hexagons, you think?
I just wonder if you have
to join all the start points. They all flashed at once.
Yeah. But they double back. You have to double back on yourself to do them.
Wah.
Oh, okay. What if I start there then? Does that help? And then do that. Then I have to double back on myself.
I think the second blue panel started flashing red when we circled the black and white. So what if I do
What if you have to alternatively circle black and white?
Okay, let's go back around that then. So,
or you only go round the black, or you only go round the white.
I'm going to have to go back and look at the blue stuff and see what I actually did.
You double back on yourself. That's the trouble.
What does the blue thing tell me? Let's see what the puzzle actually makes me draw. Do you have to draw a figure of 8? Let's try it. Is it going to be... Aha! Okay, so if you go back to the blue panel and you do a sort of S shape around the white and black, the next one opens. So, this is trying to teach us how these grids work. So...
Okay, so you have to do an S shape around it.
Yeah, you have to zigzag. I think you were right when you said going around the black and white. You have to include them all. So you have to find a pattern that lets you draw in one motion all around all of the things.
How do you do that? How do you go around all of that without doubling back on yourself?
On the big grey one? I don't know.
Not on the big grey one, but on the demonstration one.
Oh, so do an S shape on demo 2.
I'm still on demo 1. How do we do?
So demo 1, straight line, that cuts them in half. So you have to separate them from one another. It's like keep the sheep cut a field into. Right, I get it. So They each have to be...
So now
separate the black from the
say,
white. Oh,
draw an F
apartheid puzzles. I don't like it.
Now I get it. Now
Separate
I get it.
black dots from white. So
what?
Okay.
What the hell do the hexagons do then?
Oh, Christ knows. But one thing at a time. Maybe the blue puzzles are going to teach us. So,
right. So what you mean? It's all squares, and then suddenly it's like and hexagons. Enjoy.
Yeah, maybe. But that is the key. The key is separating out one type from another.
Yeah. See, I couldn't do the S shape on the first one, and that was what was confusing me. I was like, "Are you mental? How the hell did you do an S shape? How the hell did you do that?" Right.
I did it upside down. Pretty much started from the bottom. Right now, here we go. This is. I get it. I get things. Right. Let's see what I. But now I can't finish if I go that way. So I'm going to have to go up. No, that doesn't work either. I'm going to have to do that. Am I? No, that's wrong. Oh, okay, this is a tricky one.
Yeah, but if you notice, there's one block which is... Done it. You mean the one with the missing black square?
Missing black square. What do you mean?
There's one that's got like a missing black square.
How many across is it from the left?
I don't know. I'd have to pull out. It's 1,
8 was
2,
difficult.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 I'm about to do.
8 was really tricky, but I just about managed it. I'm going to do 9 now.
Okay. All right. I was thinking I was really clever. I'd done 7. I was like, yeah, I've done 7.
Oh, it doesn't, because I've got a black and I get it, and it shows you. So if there's blacks and whites in the same place, and it's really unfortunate that
oh no, I did 8. 8 was a piece of cake.
I don't know about 9 though. What I was doing. I think that's where I fell apart. So you can't allow. Right. Okay. Let's see what I'm doing wrong. So you have to go up and right, because you have to block that off.
Okay, all done.
Okay,
I'm done.
9 I'm still struggling with.
All right, well, I'm going to wait for you. And then probably we will consider thinking about... and then going off and playing without being watched by the world, which is slightly off-putting.
Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it? So, as long as they're all in their own separate things... No, shit, I've done it wrong. Okay. Down then. No, it's got to go up. And then I've got to block off that white one from those black ones. But I can't do that without... So I've got to go around this way instead. But I can't do that either. I know this means nothing to anybody. Not right. There's a white one on its own.
No, anyone,
I got
because
it.
they can watch. Yeah, you done it?
I got it. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Excellent.
I basically went one block up, then I went right, then I went 2 blocks up, then I went 1 left.
Do we want to go and just have a look at the grey door before we sign off part 1?
All right, let's go do that then. I'll run over there.
Obviously,
I was hoping to not be humiliated continually, but so basically we got to somehow separate the blacks from the whites.
What we'll do is we'll leave a big gap in what we say, and then you can always edit us signing off if this makes us look too stupid.
Well, now everybody knows. So
so that's white, black,
right,
white.
So I still don't understand what the hexagons are about, but hey, that's life, innit? Oh, you know what? I think this is multiple puzzles. I think this is
multiple endpoints.
Yeah, I think that's what this is.
Right, gotcha. Maybe the hexagons were explained on the green thing, but I want to see if I can do something with this at least. So there's an S shape. Right, because it goes black when you've finished that line. So...
But it goes black It goes black if it's wrong. Or it just did for me.
Okay. Yeah. So there must be a set way of doing it.
In one go.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right, back to the green screen. Let's go see what that says.
Yeah, maybe we will need to sign off in between then, because this is it's not probably the
green screen is teaching us about the hexagons, and
okay,
I have a suspicion that I think you have to go through all the hexagons, and I think that's what it actually is, because now I've gone to the green screen.
Yeah,
you have
I
to
can
go
see why
through.
that would be the case.
You always have to go through the hexagons.
Yep. Okay. Good stuff. So, all right. Then, in that case, we will leave the grey door, because I don't want to ruin anybody's enjoyment of the puzzle. We've given everybody enough to go and play it themselves. I'll just see how many of the green things I get done until you tell me that you want to end part 1, and we can take it from there, I guess. No, I can't do that. Oh, bum. Okay. That's very subdued swearing for you, Three. It was. I realised I do swear too much.
Bum.
Yeah. It's seemed appropriate. Oh, I can't. Right. I can't do number 2. I'm rubbish.
Number 2, you have to go all the way around the houses. That's the trouble with number 2.
No, 3. Sorry. 3 is just tricking me a little bit at the moment.
Oh, you really are quick then, because I'm still. Oh yeah, that.
Well, I thought you just said you'd done 2.
I've done 2.
I got 3.
I'm on 3 now. Yeah, 3.
I got 3.
I'm working on.
Boom, Boomtown. Okay, here we go. Let's try this one. And this one now is introducing multiple start points.
Yeah.
Which I guess maybe you have to go through the start point as well. So you must have to start if you have to finish at the other one, you must have to start at the lower one, because it doesn't work otherwise. Actually, this won't work anyway. All right. Isn't it a good thing that we don't do this as a podcast anymore? This wouldn't work as an audio-only episode.
No, it certainly would not work as an audio-only.
Does the start point let you double back through it? No, it doesn't. Okay.
No, it doesn't. That's the thing. I'm sitting there just. Yeah, I did say we could end it there, but no.
Yeah, we can end it whenever you like.
The world has to watch us do it and enjoy it.
Hey, look, the way I see it, we're taking one for the team. If people are interested in the game, at least they've got a head start now.
I just can't
4
see.
is
Oh no, that's the one that's killing me. It's just I really cannot fathom it. It's because it's got multiple start points, and that's the problem. Do we just link up?
This is preparing us for the grey door.
That's very ominous when somebody says, "I'm preparing you for the grey door."
It does sound a little bit Game of Thronesy, doesn't it? Not the grey door. Okay.
I am preparing you for the grey door, for your honour. I just keep doubling back on myself. That's the problem I'm currently having.
Let me think this through. See, but at least it lets you have a play. You can make your mistakes if you need to.
Oh, that's the thing. I mean, this is obviously a tutorial, which is great. So,
but at no point have I felt talked down to. The game has just gone. This is how puzzles work.
or had my hand held. Though, to be honest, a small part of me would kind of like my hand to be held at the moment.
I guess that's what this is. This is as close to hand holding as this game is going to get. It's just going to tell us this is how the game works. Deal with it.
And you can't go back on yourself.
There's no. I can't find a route at the moment. Now, people, if they're watching this, are probably screaming. Right answer.
Well, that was as soon as I saw the ones on the other one, it was like, it's so easy once you see it. But
I can't, because every time, whichever start point I use, I'm going to have to go through it.
And you block the route to the exit. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, unless you go. No, I would do. I will block myself. There's no.
Yeah, it's like playing the world's worst game of Snake. This is.
Yeah.
This is.
It is. Will it let me do most of the black things? No.
Oh no!
Okay.
It still flashes. It still flashes red when you don't do them. It's. I've done this one before, so I'm back to here again.
So. Well, it can't be that way because otherwise I've got no way back.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, is it two separate puzzles? That's the thing. You have to get back.
And you can't use the junction. Okay. Maybe we leave this on a cliffhanger.
On that frustration, we will say we will go away and probably be terribly frustrated for a few hours. And for you, it'll be moments. For us, it will be a few days of playing. And we'll be right back. So we've put some hours into The Witness. So 3T, what about playability? Before we look at replayability,
It's it's very playable. It's very. I think you get the impression from part one that it is very. You can pick it up and just grasp it straight away. It basically tells you this button does this. Off you go and explore. And we were self-taught with the puzzles, and it wants you. It doesn't want to hold your hand. It wants to give you the tools to get on and play. And yeah, I would say it's very playable. It's actually very enjoyable in that sense. So yeah, do you agree? Disagree?
I do. It's very player. It's a nice game. I don't think it's just a pick-up. I don't think it's a game you can just pick up. Because you're kind of building your skills. So it's a game that you have to play within a finite amount of time. I don't think you could walk away, come back 6 months later, and go,
No.
where am I? But then you might. It depends on how you are. But I think that it is a game that I've gone back to, and it's a game where I've sat in front of one particular puzzle for a good hour trying to work it out. I walked away to get a cup of coffee. I came back, I sat down, and my brain went, oh, there's the solution.
Yeah.
And it probably means I've invested more time in it than perhaps someone with maybe skills would have done. But it's frustrating enough, but yet it's like you've got to solve puzzles. It's not. I think I used the word in the first part like Sudoku, but it's not that bad. It's actually better than Sudoku. So replayability, I don't know. It depends, because I haven't got to the end of it yet. But when I get to the end of it, it depends on if it resets and randomizes, or if it has an end, or are the puzzles going to get progressively harder and harder as we go. That's the point. I think that I will only know about replayability once I've completed it, and then see if that unlocks like extra challenges or adds extra difficulty and complexity into it. Because the way it's teaching, or the way each puzzle group teaches you about the next puzzle group, you are building enough skills that I think if you went back and played the first levels, you'd probably just go, yep, done.
Yeah.
So I don't know about replayability.
I'm not sure. I think it's reasonably relaxing, but then see. Well, we'll go into games it reminds us of a bit later. But yeah, I think it might be something that would be just a nice, calm, couple of hours of just wandering around, just doodling puzzles. Not sure, really.
I sort of call it like a sofa and whiskey game, and the reason I call it a sofa and whiskey game is because that's how a friend and I used to play certain sort of gaming puzzle games together. We'd like spin up a stolen data projector, plug a game into it, and but balance it on a washing line behind a sofa, push it up against a white wall, and sit and play on the biggest screen we can while doing a bottle of whiskey. Maybe it's that. I mean, the game I think is Zack and Wiki was the classic that I enjoyed playing through doing that. But yeah, it is a game, and it's a game I think you need to play with a friend, or if you're playing on your own, you can very quickly lose track of time. But if you're playing with someone else, I mean, we discovered in the first section that one of the puzzles you solved really quickly. I sat and looked at it for a very long time, and then when you prompted me, I went, "Oh yeah." But it's that sort of that again. Everybody's frustration mileage will vary, but. Yeah. What about hidden catches? I didn't see anything. I didn't see any additional features that you needed to add. I think you got the game. You play the game.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's just what you see is what you get, as far as I can tell. I mean, if there's any hidden catches, they must come very late on in the game. But I think it's purely, here is a puzzle, have a go at it. And I think that's I can really respect that, to be honest. It's nice to have a game which isn't pretending to be anything else. It's self-contained. It's just, here's some fun, a bit of thinking, as opposed to a bit of running around, shooting, whatever else you want to do. You couldn't have two more polar opposite games available this month than Modern Warfare Remastered and The Witness. So there's nothing. There's no catches unless you are not into puzzles at all, in which case don't download it. But I would say
the only catch. The only catch is make sure you got enough hard drive space for both of them.
Yeah.
So, what about games that it is similar to? I mean, while we were playing, we sat and I think we both pointed out the sort of similarity with. And I completely lose track of the games. I can't remember names. That Japanese one with the swords and the fighting that we played. It had a look. The look of that, the looks and image were Absolver. Yeah, we've reviewed it in season 1, by the way, just in case you wondered. Wasn't our cup of tea, really.
No, I mean, it's maybe aesthetically a little bit like that, but I think that's not fair to The Witness. The thing it reminds me most of, and I think you actually said it, so I won't take credit for coming up with this, is Flower.
Yes,
it's that relaxing kind of. It's not obviously visually like it, but it's the kind of. Do you know what? I need a bit of peace and quiet. I might just go and stick The Witness on for a minute and wander around in this beautiful environment and do a bit of quick puzzle solving that is not particularly challenging. Doesn't matter if I fail, doesn't matter if I succeed. It's just things that are happening, and it's very relaxing. That's the main thing I'm thinking of.
I mean that was it. I would say the main difference between it and Flower, though, is that Flower you really had to concentrate. You had to, because you were trying to fly under underpasses and build up momentum and things like that. Whereas this is the Witness is a little bit more easygoing. It's a little bit, it's a very forgiving game. It's very no, you made a mistake there. Try again. No, that's wrong as well. Try again.
You appear to have drawn a cock and balls with the grid there. Do you want to have another go?
Yes, please. But I mean, it is like a lot of sort of like very static puzzle games. I mean, what it definitely isn't is it definitely isn't Modern Warfare,
no.
and it isn't Hitman, and it isn't Steep, and it isn't XCOM, and it isn't Onrush, and it isn't Mafia, and it isn't Trackmania Turbo, and it isn't like very many of the games that we have covered before. The nearest game I think that it is that we've looked at is probably Rime. Again, it's got the visual style of Rime, but again, Rime was quite easygoing. It was sort of quite an easygoing game. Yes, sometimes you had to run, but there were also quite nice puzzles where you had to just sit there and move a ball around and try and get the moonlight to shine in the right direction while bouncing off a reflective surface. And that is what Witness is like. But, it certainly isn't, your Deus Ex, and it certainly isn't your, Beyond Two Souls. It isn't like any of those games that we've covered in the past.
No.
But it is also... It's got its own sort of class. It's very difficult to actually say exactly what it is, because it is, or as far as I've played so far, it is just a pure puzzle-solving game. And like Rhyme is the nearest one, but Rhyme also had like cutscenes and story, whereas Witness, there isn't a story. A friend who has played all the way through The Witness did say to me, "Had I understood the plot yet?" And embarrassingly, the answer is no at this moment in time.
Yeah, well, you said that to me just before we started recording, and I thought, plot? I think so far, if I was going to guess a theme, the theme would probably be reflection. But whether that extends to some kind of existential reflection as well. I mean, the game is called The Witness, so we must be missing something. And maybe there's some horrible sadness to it. I don't know.
Well, I mean, that was the same though with a lot of games. I mean, you get that sort of bit where there is a sad payoff at the end, and but I mean, it's. I was about to give away the end of a game and decided not to. Then,
don't do that.
but yeah, I mean, what about the actual time and space? I mean, it's not a super massive game that we've actually downloaded. Do you think it was worth your time? And
I do.
I mean, it comes in at just under 8 gigabytes in size, and that's fairly reasonable for the graphics and the actual sound stylings of the game. There isn't any music, or there was no music that I remember, but I do remember the sounds. It was quite interesting listening to the sound. When you're playing on your own, when we were talking and playing the game together, we probably were missing quite a lot. There's a lot of sound cues and a lot of background foley effects, and even when you walk, you hear a little bit of your footsteps, which is quite interesting.
Well, I'm playing in the background while we talk, just sort of puzzling out the next couple of things that I've been able to find, and I'm just listening to the sound of water, and it's just relaxing. It's a really nice, relaxing game. So yeah, I think hard drive space, I'm not in any rush to get rid of it. The time, like you say, all these things you leave overnight pretty much just to download. It's worth it. It's a very different edition. It's not something I would have downloaded if it hadn't have been free. So I am glad that I have used the hard drive space and the time to give this a go.
Yeah, I can say that if I'd seen this game in a shop, I probably wouldn't have touched it. I wouldn't have picked it up. And if I'd have seen it sort of online to purchase, I probably wouldn't have purchased it, which is the question, would I have paid for it? Probably not, because it's like I didn't know what it was, I didn't understand it, had that weird anima effect to it, that sort of animation effect. It doesn't look, you just, not my cup of tea. However, that said, now I have played it. If I'd have actually have understood it, and I think I have. It was only after we started the game up that I thought I'd seen someone actually playing the game. And I remember thinking, that's an interesting game. I wonder what that's called. So it does seem like it's a bit of an underrated game. So I think that before I'd played it, would I have purchased it? No is the answer. Would I have purchased it now? Probably, yeah, because it's one of those relaxing games that you can just put on and just, like Flower. I mean, I purchased Flower, so I mean, I quite liked Flower. It was a easygoing, not too complicated game, and so yeah, I think I would have paid for it. What about you?
Yeah, it depends how much it was. Do you know what it actually originally went for?
No, I don't. I mean, this is, I think, the hardest question we ask each month. Would we have paid for it? Because the thing is, that by having the PlayStation Network, we don't really have to pay for it.
We sort of have paid for it. But would I have bought it separately? I suppose maybe that is the question we need to do. Would I have gone out of my way? Would I have paid money to put this on my hard drive, would I have gone and looked for it? No, is the answer. I probably wouldn't. I'm glad I've got it, but see, that is difficult because, like you say, I bought Flower. So I think if I had a chance to have a go on it, yeah, I probably would have had. I would have forked out a few pound for it, but it depends on the price. I'd probably have gone up to. I don't think I'd have gone over £10.
Yeah, I think that's probably it. I mean, I think, basically 10, 15 euros, something like that. And yes, reasonable. But I don't think I'd want to pay, triple A prices for it. So, yeah, but I now I've played it, I encourage people to find it, play it, enjoy it. And I'm going to say that this is MikePapaFoxtrot.
This is 3C, and we were looking at The Witness, which is currently freeloadable from the PlayStation Network in March 2019.